Guys, this is important. Here's a scenario that some of us have been in, or we know someone who's been here. Let's say you're scrolling through a live show on Poshmark, maybe just window shopping. You're scrolling. Suddenly, out of nowhere, you've placed a bid you never meant to make. Does that sound familiar? You're not alone. Accidental bidding is becoming more common and it's causing a lot of headaches. But here's the thing, is this just a glitch or is there something more to it? Think about it. Poshmark is a multi-million-dollar company with top-notch developers, yet they haven't added a simple confirmation step to prevent these accidental bids. Why? Could it be because they're profiting from these mistakes? And what happens when you try to reverse the charge? That's where things get really interesting. Let's break down what's really going on here, and more importantly, what you can do if it happens to you. Also, stick around till the end of this video. I'm going to give you a free tool that you can use that can help get you out of these situations. Now, let's talk about what happens if you try to fight back. Maybe you realize what's happened and you decide to call your credit card company to reverse the charge. You're thinking, no big deal, I'll just dispute this and move on. And here's where it gets even shadier. Poshmark doesn't want you messing with their profits. If they take a chargeback, it shows up as a loss on their quarterly financial reports. That's right, it's a black mark on their bottom line, and they'll do whatever it takes to avoid it. So what do? They will ban your account just like that. No warning, no discussion, you're out. Because like a casino, the house never loses. Poshmark would rather cut you off completely than deal with a financial loss or admit that there's a problem with their system.
There are no problems.
So the lie detector determined that was a lie.
But check this out. Sometimes these accidental bids happen when you're not even on the Poshmark app. That's right. You're minding your own business, nowhere near the app or your computer, and suddenly you get a notification that you placed a bid. Now, how does that happen? Is it a bug, a hack, or something else entirely? Regardless, if you find yourself in this situation, you need to take immediate action to protect yourself. First, change your password immediately. If your account's been compromised, you need to lock it down before anything else happens. Then, I suggest to request all of your logs and data from Poshmark. Remember, it's your right to do that, and this will give you a detailed history of what's been happening with your account, which is crucial if you need to dispute any charges or actions. Finally, reach out to Poshmark's support team and let them know what's going on. Make it clear that you did not make that bid and that your account may have been compromised. The sooner you do this, the better your chances of getting it resolved without further issues. So, what's really going on here? Is this accidental bidding issue just a glitch, or is it a calculated business strategy? The fact that Poshmark is so quick to shut down accounts when charges are disputed makes you wonder. They could easily fix this problem, easily, but they're not in a rush. Why would they be? Every accidental bid that goes unchallenged is money in their pocket. It seems as if they've built the system to work this way, to capitalize on your mistake. However, I doubt it was intentional. It just happened the chips fell this way. It's like as if you're in a boat in the middle of the ocean and you sprung a leak, but instead of water, it's cash pouring into your boat. They see the cash and they're like, yeah, we should really fix this. It's getting heavy. We're sinking, but it's so much money. I'm sure they'll do something about it one day, but until they do, here's the good news. You're not entirely powerless. If you ever find yourself in this situation, there are steps you could take to minimize the damage. The key is to act fast. As soon as you realize you've made an accidental bid, reach out to the seller immediately. Don't wait. If it's during a live show, jump right into the chat and explain what happened. Sellers are often more understanding if you catch a mistake early before they ship, especially if it's still during the auction. Many sellers would rather work with you to cancel the sale than deal with a negative experience or potential returns. But you've got to move quickly and be clear about what happened. When you reach out, be honest. Let the seller know that the bid was a mistake and that you'd appreciate their help in canceling the order. Depending on who does it first, open a case. Poshmark should enter the chat and you can explain what happened. They should resolve the issue. And most sellers understand that accidents happen and they're usually willing to work with you if you approach them the right way. If you can resolve it directly with the seller and Poshmark, you avoid the hassle of trying to reverse charges and the risk of getting banned. But remember, even if you manage to fix the situation with the seller, this is a problem that goes deeper. This is not your fault. Poshmark has the power to add simple confirmation step that would prevent all of this, but they haven't. But make sure you do this right away. If the seller ships the item out, it makes it a huge hassle for them to cancel it, and it can reflect negatively in their selling account. Instead, both you and the seller should push Poshmark to cancel the order. The seller is following guidelines set out by Poshmark themselves and are under no obligation to cancel any order since bids are binding. Remember, as Poshmark is making money off these accidents, they have no incentive to change right away, and they do expect a certain percentage of buyers to report these issues. So stay vigilant and be aware of what's happening and protect yourself. This might seem like a small issue, but when you're the one getting hit with unexpected charges, it's anything but. All right, let's turn the tables for a second and talk about what happens when you're the seller and someone hits you with the classic, oops, I didn't mean to bid, or I wasn't even on my phone when this happened. You might get excuses like, my kid had my phone, or I don't know how this happened, but it wasn't me. Now, here's the thing. As a seller, you've got every right to protect yourself because let's be real. These bids are binding according to Poshmark's own terms. You're not obligated to cancel that order just because the buyer accidentally made a mistake by accidentally bidding, whether or not if it was intentional. Remember, you're running a business and cancellations hurt your closet score. And we've talked about how crucial that score is to your visibility and success on this platform. So what do? You handle it professionally, but smart. You could express some sympathy, sure, but don't just roll over and cancel the sale. Instead, let the buyer know that they should reach out to Poshmark and open a dispute. When Poshmark comes knocking with the option for you to cancel and refund, here's the play. Do not take the bait. You let Poshmark know straight up that canceling from your side will hurt your closet score and you'd prefer that they handle it. Or you could tell them that you're just sticking to the Poshmark terms and conditions and you'll let them decide how to proceed. The bottom line is this: you're not the bad guy here or girl. You're just protecting your business and playing by the rules. If Poshmark wants to fix it, let them be the ones to do it. You don't need to take a hit for someone else's mistake. Now, as promised, I said if you stuck around till the end, I give you a free tool to help you in these situations, right?
Yeah? Yes. Okay. Yes.
Well, I've trained and created my own Poshmark case disputer. Yes, it works like a gem and helps you fight cases on Poshmark and tells you exactly what to say simply by uploading some screenshots of the conversation or dialogue of the Poshmark case. Now, all you have to do is upload the screenshot into the AI Posh Disputer, and voila, software will tell you exactly what to say. And best of all, you can ask it questions too. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below to that YouTube short that explains the entire process on how to grab this for yourself. And now I want to hear from you. Have you dealt with this kind of situation before? Have you been caught up in this accidental bidding mess as a buyer or a seller? Drop your stories in the comments below. Let's get the conversation going because the more we share, the more we expose how deep this issue actually runs. Protect yourself, protect your business, and let's make sure everyone knows how to handle these situations like a pro. Guys, thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and thank you. And I'll see you in the next one.